Boom, baby, boom, rise and shine on a beautiful fall day. I've been tired. I'm still tired. Oh, at least the sun is shining. It's a little bit chippy out here. I got a little morning motivation in my pocket. I'm gonna go short time because I'm unloading files this morning. Just trying to stay consistent. But this is that ASAP as soon as possible. Or like I put in the thing, it's ASAP time. I gotta unload all my documents, make sure I back up all my photos. Literally every kind of data that I've had that's been bogging down my phone's data space, the data and the cache has to be cleared ASAP, as soon as possible, as soon as now. I'm making it happen. This morning motivation. Let's smoke and go. Got people everywhere. Who knows? Just trying to stay warm, you know. That's Saint's addiction. So yeah, consistently editing videos in a sec. Downloading all my data, making sure it's backed. And moving forward, even though I'm tired. That's all of it. I'm giving it all she's got, Captain. That's ASAP. That's as soon as possible. Stayed up last night. Only have a client say that he doesn't need us, but I think he wanted to pick our brain because he needs us. And we're not here to teach, sell. And unfortunately, we ain't got no sale. We're still going to Vietnam. Still got to wake up. I still got to chase the dream. Even if it isn't as fast as it may seem. But the days go by pretty soon. This month will be closed out and it'll be October. Motherfuckers are already celebrating Halloween. They can't wait for a holiday, but they don't do anything in between. They don't hustle. They don't move. And they got no sense of urgency. All of a sudden, ASAP's like, I got to get married as soon as possible. I got to have children as soon as possible. But when it was time to do that, they weren't doing anything at all. The sense of time passing isn't a sensation. It's sedation. It's like we just want it to just go by, but we forget to live in the now. We want everything fast, and that's that sense of gratification. Instant gratification is what we're all on. Can't wait for the work shift to end. Can't wait for retirement to begin. And then when you're tired, you're just retired. You're tired as fuck, like I am right now. I'm exhausted. And it's hard. It's hard to keep yourself pushing when you're tired, when you're broke, when you're lonely. But that's where it comes from. It comes from doing things that you can plant your seeds and see the trees because you did the work. Now, if you don't work, then there will be nothing to eat. So my dad used to say, you don't work, you don't eat. And a lot of us just want to eat. And we don't want to work, so we got to pray for the AI to kick in, for a robot to cook us meals and a robot to grow our vegetables. And then what we would do with our time? There won't be any ASAP. It'll be infinite abundance. Then you have to be creative. You actually have to do something and not just waste away with more video games or movies or whatever activities you be doing. You'll actually have to push. And this push is hard because you're going to have something that you're consistently doing, like go to work. There's retired people that'll tell you they get bored, bro. Like you get bored on your phone and watch some random dude on a live or a YouTube. There's more to do. Like create you. That should be your full-time job. Create something that you can be proud of instead of just, I didn't do anything today. I just watched people all day. I got bored. I just played. And then eventually you'll need reserves. You'll need energy. You'll need prosperity. And you'll be like, how do I stack it? You stack it by doing something in the now. And the now is like a really powerful force. It's like what I do will be a power. It'll be an output. It'll be something that I can rely upon versus the guy that sat there and there was nothing there. You were just there and then you just existed. But I wanted people to exist more. And then I'm just tired this morning. I don't know what's in me. Maybe I need some coffee or something, but exhausted, dude. I've been prepared. I already packed. Preparing myself for being at 3 different airports, 3 different countries. I should really be like resting right now and getting prepared for this move that I'm about to do around the country and around the world. And I gotta go and dig deep. Even when I'm tired, I'm not gonna pretend like I got all this energy. I have to push, and that's what I'm doing. I'm just pushing all my videos, pushing all the backups off my phone, trying to get these phones clear so I can be ready for the next journey and pack all these memories and files that I can sort later, or have the AI sort it. That would be preferred, so just I can fucking just chill and get myself prepared. I'm exhausted. I'm very tired, man. I still gotta keep doing for the motivation. It's hard to find the motivation when your body's on some 0. But at least when I'm at 0, I can still be on the laptop. I can still edit videos. I still find the energy to still watch YouTube. So why not edit my YouTubes? Why not back up my data? And why not get prepared for the future that I'm hoping for, you know? The future that I'm preparing for is to get to 33-degree weather instead of this cold. I'm still rocking my shorts because I'm in the sunshine, but it's like 7 degrees out. I'm just ready. I'll get myself to get ready. I don't think I have much of a morning motivation this morning. Just tired. I don't even want to do this thing. So I stay on it because I'm consistent, but consistently yawning. And hungry. I need a nap, man. That's what I need. I'm full sleep, but still it's not enough. It's hard to find it. Well, you don't have it. But I still got on live. I don't pretend. I still do the work, even though you need a nap. And people want to know where it comes from. It comes from consistently showing up. And I think you'd be surprised at what your body can do when you move. Motion creates emotion, and you start to get shit done and start checking off the boxes and crossing the T's, dotting the I's, and just realizing that you can make yourself move even when you're tired, even when you got nothing to do. Even when you don't really want to. It's possible to do a lot of things. You'd be shocked to move past your feelings, and even if you pretended, you know, that you had some urgency, like, you know, hey, there's a deadline, or people are expecting something from me, or I gotta show up for myself. These things are the things I keep doing. Even when I don't feel like doing it. And then, you know, you're in control of yourself versus life controlling you, or the weather controlling you, or your circumstances controlling you. You know, you can say, well, if I do a little bit, just a little bit, maybe it's just to show up, maybe it's just to smoke, maybe it's a walk, you know, just a little bit of stretching on my legs, just a little bit of, I'm so tired, but maybe if I stretch it out, you know, maybe if I just get my legs going, get my brain going, get myself into the sunshine, then I can wake the fuck up, get this body to work. Starts in the morning. Because I'm tired this morning. I haven't spoken all morning. I'm dragging ass. The energy bar's on low, but I still go. So it's not like I just wake up and I drink a bunch of coffee and I'm like, yeah, bro, motivation. I have no amphetamines. I have no caffeines. I have no urgencies, but I still move it. I still do the morning motivation. I still come out and stretch the bones, get some sunshine on my skin, wake myself up from within. Oh, as if I don't begin, right? I'm sure never to start, you know. And then what was the quote where he was saying, you know, you don't have to be great to start, but you do have to start to be great. And I think that's one of the hardest things for all of us to do is to, you know, move when we don't want to, or do things that we don't necessarily like. We seem to have the capacity to do everything that we want to, you know, like I'm hungry, also my body will get up, levitate to the refrigerator, and my hands start making me a meal. When the robot does that, I guess I would just sit there, you know? I mean, the meal would be brought to me, and then we turn into Wall-E, with just a bunch of big people sitting around on a spaceship just getting fat. We forget. We forget stress. We forget ambitions. We forget our dreams. We just get sedated into just sitting, and then nothing happens. And then as time goes by, the most precious asset, it's kind of different than when if you put $1 into like what do they call it, a vending machine, and then something comes out. Well, this is something that, like, you just put something in and you didn't realize that something was coming out. You're putting in your time, but we're not calculating the output. It's well defined if it's I just said it, a little convenience. You know, you go to a convenience store, I gave $1, I got a soda. Input, output. With time, it goes by, and we don't calculate every second. We don't sit there and put ourselves on a time watch or have schedules or maintain a rigorous itinerary. No, we go into patterns, and then they dictate exactly what's going to go and how much we're going to do. And those are the comfortable ones. Those are the ones that we're used to. Those are the ones that make us instant gratification and feel good. And then all of a sudden, the time has gone by and it's spent. There's nothing to show for it. There's nothing to say, hey, you know, at least I did something with my day. My buddy came in and said, what's your plan for the day? I said, I'm fucking tired, bro. I'm really tired. Yeah, I understand. I need some help. You know, I don't even have the energy to want to go and help or do anything. It's hard to move yourself when your feelings aren't behind it. If your feelings are behind it, then you'll move a whole mountain. You'll be like, I'll lift a car off of my own kid. Or, ooh, there's something in it for me. What is the cash and prizes, you know? What's behind door number 3? And we gamble on these things like we have future time, or that there might be a better something behind the next door, or there's something in store for us if we do more hoping and praying and wishing. Then I actually did something that moved the needle, that moved me, even when I didn't feel like it was possible. You know, there's so many things that we can do. I'm about to go to the 3 different new countries and do, you know, 4-hour flight, 4-hour layover, 4-hour flight, 9-hour layover, 4-hour flight, 4-hour layover again, and then still get to the next country, even without any money, even without any energy. You know, you set yourself up. I'm weeks out, and I'm just like, yo, if I get all my stuff handled now and I get some rest, I'll be prepared for this journey. I'm preparing myself for a new destination and a new energy output. Even on days when I'm dragging ass, I still show up for myself and to wake up. Hey, man. Even if I'm not ready, with my feelings, the sun is still shining and the time is still passing. So to capitalize on being alive, where some of my friends aren't, and some people are in the hospital, and some people have kids, they still seem to find a way to show up for them. They still seem to find a way to build, and we all have something that we're wanting more than our feelings. We just have to place it as a priority versus the last thing that you want to do, or it looks like hard work, or it's a chore. I flip it, say this is a requirement for me to get up, wake up, get on my feet, ugh, do some work, organize some things, and then watch me develop my day versus just letting it go by and not paying any attention at all. I make sure that I ball, I show up for the game, and the game is our lives. That's the hard part, is to keep showing up for our lives instead of just watching time go by. And that's what they say life is. It's the enjoyment of the passing of time. If you're not enjoying it, and you're probably choking on it, it's like I just did, dry coughing it, and then our joints lock up. Our what's it called when you're burning calories? Your metabolism freezes. And so does the momentum. So that's why it's so important to just keep pushing and keep it moving, because then you can move your energy around versus it just happened and it's just staying and nothing's going. You gotta haul ass. This old man, he's putting on a pace. He's making sure he makes his heart work. Get the legs to work, get the joints to work, start moving, not just what your mind is telling you, but connecting your mind to your body and making it do what you're not comfortable doing. You're on some, I would rather be in bed. I would rather be asleep. I would rather be chilling. But you can't always be grilling and chilling. There has to be the work that earned the food. Then it tastes better. The motions to get around other people. I think about it just this morning, and I was just like, shit, anybody that takes the shower and takes the dog for a walk is actually living their life. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it's really about. It's like I did something where most people, they just sit there and they don't do anything because there's no purpose. There's nothing for them to chase after. I'm sure if they found it, they would sink their teeth into it and go after it, because it would be a big enough W. It would be a big enough why they're doing it, what's moving them. I was listening to one of these girls, she's telling a life story, one of the future reliable models or future fakey models, but she's like, I got to get my son back. And it's just like, if it was something like that, your kid under the car, or visitation rights, or perceived happiness, right? We can't wait to go to like the bar or a liquor store or something to that nature and be like, okay, yeah, man, as soon as I get my hand around that bottle, everything's going to feel good. Or as soon as I got that bag under my hand, everything's going to feel good. And a lot of us crash out because retail therapy doesn't work. Then we got to go back to the reality of, oh shit, now we're in more debt. Now we got to work longer, and that means less free time. I exchanged my free time for a bag. I exchanged my free time for doom scrolling. I exchanged my future for present short-term gratification instead of this long-term building of, I got to show up for myself. I got to get out of the house. I got to get some sun on my skin. I got to get some exercise. I got to stretch, because then I know I'm the better version of myself than the guy that just wants to take a nap. I really do. I want to just, my feelings are telling me that my body's on low energy and I just need to roll up and go back to bed. But instead I stay up. I get back on my feet. I get on the morning motivation. I put some sunshine on me, you know. I stretch out a little bit. And for that, it does kind of wake me up. You'd be surprised. You'd be just like, just putting one foot in front of the other. Just doing the smallest activities like brushing your teeth or taking a shower or taking your dog for a walk will turn you all the fucking way around, you know? Is that Tuomo? Tuomio. That might be the homie. That's it, bro. He's in this. Good morning, dude. I'm just fucking tired as fuck. After whooping your ass at chess last night, I went back and tried to sell a deal on a guy that's like, I don't need this at all. It's past my pay grade, and it's more minutes than I anticipate getting on my phone. I was like, okay, oh, it's not Tuomo. He would know where I'm from Vegas, baby. You already know. So it's one of those where it's not as easy as people pretend to be. Like if you had all the resources, I'm sure it would entice you to go to like a spa or a self-care day or some traveling. And some people, they got it like that. They're going to be sitting in their car. The gas is on E. You know, they got to go to a job they don't like so they can pay for more gas that they don't have and still try to save up for some shit for some kids that are being bratty. Like, there's got to be more life to this. There's got to be a better plan. And I truly anticipate that the robots will make everything else abundant. So if you're not picking the vegetables on the farm, in the fields, then you'll have more time to spend with your kids. Or maybe we have more time to make children, or better yet, being more creative, like going to see the arts, going to the museums, learning more about history. You know, we can spend more time on education than gratification. And that's just all I'm saying. It's one of those things that even on the day where I'm like really tired and I don't want to do anything, I still got to find a way to move me. You know what I mean? He said, casino stream. Can you go to the casino? No, man, I'm in Finland right now. I'm from Las Vegas. There's people that can travel the world and go anywhere they want to be. That's why I always think that's so funny when people are like, where are you from? It's like, shit, I could be from a naval base because my dad's in the Army, or the Navy, I should say, you know. I could be living the last couple of months, 6 months here in Finland, but it doesn't mean I'm from Finland. Or, you know, when I'm in Thailand, I feel like I'm Hasip Thai, I'm 50% Thai. So it's one of those things that it's not wherever you're from, it's wherever you go, there you are. And that's why most people haven't tuned in on it. You know, they can't seem to put themselves in a visual or even a simulation to pretend that they can be somewhere else than on their phone, on their pattern, and on their cycle of the stuff that keeps them going. So it's like, it's the baseline if it's a cycle, but to get an uptake away from the baseline, you'd actually have to move something. You'd actually have to move yourself, and that's the hardest part to do. Like even right now, I'm kicking ass, dragging ass, bro. And it's one of those where I'm just like, oh man, I gotta go. I gotta leave soon. The weeks are already ticking away. It feels only like I got 1 week left to go, and I gotta go. And if, you know, crackheads can find it, you know what I mean? If meth heads can find it, you know, drug addicts stuck to it still seem to find a way. I'm not gonna get out hustled by somebody that only gets self-gratification. You got to be on dreamers hustle level. You know, if somebody that's ignited and somebody that's got purpose and somebody that's driven, they always find a way. And that's what I'm saying. So if drug addicts can find a way, why can't you? You know, how dare you get out hustled by a crackhead or somebody addicted to drugs? You know, that's only one form of motivation. When they run out, and they will, not just because they ran out of drugs or ran out of money, but the stimulation gets run out, then what do you got? You know what I mean? Then what do you got? You got yourself stuck, not being able to move, And I think that's the worst thing you can do. That's what death is for, the end of the movement. But while there's still movement, there's hope of creation. And if there's creation, that is life. And that's what we got to do, is even on days where I got low energy, I still got life, and that means I still got time to live, and I'm gonna go live it. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things where I just want to be as much as I can be. So I push even when I feel like I got nothing to give, no energy, low energy, just want to fucking take a nap. I still went live. I still stay on consistency. I still got videos to edit. I still got breakfast to eat. I still got something to do. And then when I get there, I'm shocked that I moved past what I'm feeling now, right? Like I feel so tired. Like I need a 6 hour nap, like literally. Then I can be back to my normal self. But instead of seeking caffeine or methamphetamines or something that's outside of my dream, I double down on the dream, put more energy in towards the videos and the backing up of my data, and making me into a reality with the time that I have, the blessed time that I have, and give it some gratefulness by doing something to it. If it doesn't have any purpose to you, then you don't mind wasting your time. You just let it go by, and no one gives a shit, and that's okay. Stay high, let it go by. But what'll happen is you get the wake up call eventually that the drugs aren't working, your time is up, and the stimulation doesn't hit like it used to. And that's when you're like, fuck, dude, life is the best game going. Purpose and having drive and some kind of initiation to do something with your time than just like letting it go by and being bored or lonely or broke. You can get on something that gives you passion to create it. Idle hands is a devil playground. Make sure your fingers get to getting busy. Maybe it's a typing, maybe it's a book, maybe it's organizing files. Who knows? But each time you do something, anything, even if it's a mundane task, at least you're chipping away at this mountain that we create in front of us of laziness and not wanting to do anything. And I get it. I totally fucking get it. It's a hard one for us to keep going, but dude, yeah, I'm outside of Helsinki and Vantaa right now, but I'm actually from Las Vegas. I thought I said that. So, yeah, it's fall. The sun is shining, y'all. It's getting a little bit warmer, but it's got that chilly chip in the wind, and it's time to flip the degrees up a bunch of notches. I don't even know if it's 7 times 3 times 4 times the weather. So if it's only 7 degrees, I need like 33, and prepare my skin for some from going from Finland to Vietnam, and the busy, like maybe when it's not such a sleepy city and people are just walking and chilling and there's no one in the streets too. There's always something going on. People are always waking up, making food stalls, and cars and motorbikes going by all the time. I expect it to be like Bangkok, and that's how it feels. It's one of those things where talk about a 24-hour city, something that just stays busy and makes you feel the energy versus sleepy and the old people walking and everybody in coats and it's nice and quiet, which I appreciate. I got to wake myself up. I got to move myself and do something with my time, because that's one of the hardest things to do, is to move yourself past your feelings and past your tired and past your lonely. You'll have to be like somebody that goes like, you know what? I'm going to consistently do something. I'm going to move my body. Come on, rock that body. And then all of a sudden you're done. You're going to go and done something with yourself. Come to the Helsinki, there's a casino. There is a casino by the Helsinki station. We can go there. Who is we? No one in these streets because they in work. Maybe, but this is just a low population. I'm talking about cities with like millions of people in it instead of just hundreds of thousands or maybe 50,000 people. Then they'll be popping, and then you can't help but see. It's almost like or not my buddy, but the guy was saying, maybe I'll go play on the phone at the gym. And then when hearing all the barbells going off and people working around me, then I assume that energy and I wake up to it, and then I want to work out and do something with my day, with my energy, and then I get motivation via osmosis from other people. So yeah, I'm sure my energy would go way up if I could motivate myself just to get to the train, then to get to Helsinki, then I feel all those people walking, and it's just like, oh shit, there's different scenario, different change. Maybe my brain would just wake up automatically without coffee, and then I just jump in the game. That's my suggestion, but everybody's different. Yep. So thanks for watching. At Mostly Saints on Instagram. That's my half hour. I'm gonna go back inside. Peace and love. And as always, Chigaton. That means goodbye, but not forever in Finnish. And I will see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, and subscribe. But the other side of your fear, the other side of your excuses, and the other side of the world, because that's where I am. Peace. Itakukus, Idakokus. Yeah, I've been there, bro. Go check them out. Yep. Man, I've been coming here for 15 years. I go to Helsinki all the time, but it's one of those things where I'm dragging ass today. You should go enjoy yours too. Peace, y'all.